My pecs are having a disturbing reaction to something.
Look, they're moving! Should we call a doctor? They're twerking now!
I know this feeling. It usually happens when... Could it be?
Looks like your pecs are still getting jiggy with it.
You want to build muscle, get swole, and actually achieve an attractive aesthetic physique. Something you'll be proud of when you look at the mirror every single day. You're overwhelmed at just how much information is available out there, the conflicting advice you hear from your friends. Or maybe you've been working out already, you've put some time in and you're just not seeing the results you want to see. Now I know exactly how you feel. I've been in your exact same shoes before. I started working out 9 years ago as a little 14-year-old teenager. Now I'm going to give you my exact training philosophies, all my learnings and all my XP I've accumulated on my lifting journey so far. In this video, this is going to be a no bullshit guide on how to actually build muscle as a beginner and completely change your physique. So there's 3 core principles you have to understand as a beginner when looking to build muscle. You have strength, volume, and diet. Now the first core principle is strength. This needs to be your first and foremost priority as a beginner. You need to be focusing first and foremost on progressive overload. That is improving your performance in some aspect, and this aspect we're primarily discussing is strength. You need to understand this. As a natural lifter, you cannot separate size from strength. You cannot separate size from strength. It's crucial while you're in this stage of your training career where your body is able to hyper-adapt and recover to training stimulus that you first and foremost build your base. You have to really understand there is no secret angle to attack the muscle, there's no secret exercise that's gonna give you 19-inch biceps, no secret supplement that's gonna add on 20 kilos of muscle. What there is for that one. This simple concept is what stops so many people from actually making tangible results in the weight room. I'm gonna say it again, you need to be prioritizing progressive overload. You want bigger arms? You want bigger chest, bigger arms? Get your bench up to 2 plates. A bigger back? Let me see you pull 4 plates from the floor. I know it's not a sexy answer. I know it's not a sexy answer. It's not what you want to hear. You're so used to being fed this false narrative where all you need is just that one perfect exercise. You need that one specific rep range to induce hypertrophy. It's none of that. You need to focus on hammering your compounds and gaining some brutal fucking strength. As a natural lifter, size and strength are closely correlated, if not practically interchangeable. And you need to ensure that you're actually constantly improving and gaining strength, especially in this newbie phase right now. This is gonna be the period of your life where you're able to make 90% of your gains. And don't waste it fluffing about with machine work, circuit work, fluff work. Get in the gym and focus on those compounds and build that strength. Now for the second core principle, we have to talk about volume. Volume is one of the key drivers of hypertrophy. Now volume refers to the total workload. So think of a high volume workout as a workout with a lot of reps and a low volume workout as a workout with a low amount of reps. So in this context, when I say volume, I want you to think about your total weekly volume. A basic guideline you can go for is about 15 to 20 work sets a week per muscle group. You need to get 15 to 20 adequate work sets, challenging work sets, difficult work sets per week for each muscle group. And so this goes hand in hand with your actual recovery, because obviously the more work sets, the more reps you're doing, you need to ensure you're actually recovering from them as well at the same time. It's a finely tuned balance between volume and recovery. Now that's why too high volume is just as damaging and bad for you as too low volume in the context of building muscle as a beginner. So I see all these workouts newbies hop on, right? Way too many reps, way too many sets, just too much workload in general. Your body doesn't have the recovery to actually recover from that and grow. You don't need as many reps as you think you do as a beginner. Your primary goal here needs to be heavy, consistent compounds and accessory work that emphasizes and works on your weak points in order to keep strengthening those compound lifts. You see how everything cycles back to the compounds? The compounds are what are actually gonna put on muscle onto your frame. Most of your muscle is gonna be put on from your compound work, not from your bullshit single joint exercises, your machine work, your fluff work. It's the compounds you need to be focusing on. Now the third principle I want to discuss here is diet. Now this one's gonna be a bit of a controversial take. You're not gonna like what I have to what I have to say here, right? But as a beginner, and particularly this is more so for my skinny guys out there, right? For my skinny guys out there, as a beginner, you need to bulk for at least, I wouldn't say 2 years really, but at least a year. You need to actually gain weight. And I know you like your little six pack here and there, right? You like your little fucking veiny 12-inch biceps here and there, but trust me, bro, you're not gonna make any substantial gains if you just keep eating like a fucking little boy. So with the diet, for my skinny lifters, you need to ensure you're in a caloric surplus. And this doesn't mean you have to go out there and start eating 5,000 calories, 6,000 calories, dirty bulk, right? Like, no one is saying that, okay? Keep yourself a small surplus, lean bulk. And you have to make sure you're just adequately gaining weight at a reasonable rate and putting on muscle as well. You can track the fact that you're putting on muscle by the fact that your strength is going up. We all have body dysmorphia here, right? If you go into the gym and you're judging your metric of success by have my biceps gone bigger this week, how my pecs bigger this week, you're not gonna last. How can you quantifiably measure that? So the only way to actually gauge progress and understand that you're making progress towards something is by measuring your strength. And that's why training for strength first and foremost will lead you down the glory path. And just on a tangent here, right, a quite quick little side point here in the whole dieting aspect. This whole concept of aesthetics and attraction, what is an attractive body, right? This whole mostly comes down to genetics and the fact of what your skeletal frame is, if you're wide, you're narrow shouldered, your muscle belly shape and insertion points, and generally your body fat percentage and body fat distribution. So I say this in the fact of you don't necessarily train for aesthetics. Obviously you can accentuate the aesthetic body parts being your shoulders, abs, chest, back, neck. But primarily a lot of the aesthetics you guys idolize over is just having low body fat and people having good genetics. That's all, good genetics. And you don't know what you don't have if you're not able to actually build a good amount of muscle. So now we've covered those three core principles, the three core principles you need to incorporate within your training philosophy and your mindset, right? You're probably thinking, okay, but how do I actually train? And this is gonna be a direct guide, no bullshit, quick guide, right? So I'm not gonna go in depth really about workout routines and things like that, right? You can search up the internet for thousands of videos on that part, right? All I want you to know is you need to aim for strength. There's a strength standard out there called 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a 1-plate overhead press, a 2-plate bench, a 3-plate squat, and a 4-plate deadlift. Yeah, drop a like, guys. That's gonna be the video. I came back pretty quick though. Hey, you guys, I did say I was sick and I recovered pretty quickly. That's probably why. And I've just been itching to make a video for you guys, so this one's a bit different than usual. But I did say I want to cover some more fitness and, you know, workout stuff like that in my videos, so this is gonna be a step towards that direction. But more videos coming out soon. Drop a comment what you guys want me to post, right? I'm free for all suggestions, right? Let me know. Let me know, okay? So I'll see you guys next time.